Hey guys, I'm really excited about this today and welcome to our practice and our class. Um, Today we're bringing on Twitch. We have Facebook just coming up live. Twitch is coming up live. Periscope is coming up live and YouTube. So I want to thank everybody for being on. And I am going to see if I can get Instagram here live for a second. It looks like they just updated their system last night and I don't technically know how to use it yet. So let's see if I can, and if I can't, then Instagram will just need to wait. Thank you for being on. And we're going to dive into another great day of a meditation practice and a little bit of class. So give me just one moment to finish up a little bit of the technology and we'll get rolling here for this, I think, which is like our third day here on our social media platforms. For a couple of years, we've been running these daily meditations on a platform that I would call a closed system. It means that people are only there to either meditate together or pray together, which is a little different than being on any individual social media platform, because that's a little like an open system is like holding a class in the middle of Walmart. You never know why people are there. They're going to be there for 2 seconds and they're going to be out. And it's this, creates like this really interesting energetic container, which isn't always fun. I'm trying to see if I can find live on Instagram. And if I can't, then we're just going to go anyway. Okay. That's not what we want. All right, guys. Well, if any of you have had a new Instagram push that happened last night, we get to figure it out again, where everything is. Or possibly even I lost my lives. Story. Oh, wait, I found it. I got it. Okay, we're back. Awesome. And now we have Instagram too. So it's super cool right now. We have online Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube, all from our different networks, all to come together, to have a little bit of, not just a little bit of class, but a couple minutes of just like breath without nastiness happening around us. So let's hop right into today's class with a little bit of meditation. And I want to talk about hand placements. You know, depending on who you are, the level of meditation practice or contemplation or mindfulness practice, what you've studied, who your teacher was, what you saw on YouTube, guys, there's just a huge sum of content around there. And as we go, if you guys have any questions, pop them in. Any of the chat feeds, Instagram is coming on a different feed, but all the other chat feeds are coming in live to me because technology is really incredible and we can have these kinds of conversations. So back in the day when meditation started, you know, man, that was a long time ago. Let's say when it became popular in the West, a lot of people started wondering, like, what do I do with my hands? These are called mudras, like how I hold my hand or how I move, or should it be hands up or hands down? All of these are really interesting questions. And to answer that, it's all experiential, meaning I can't just tell you, you have to experience it. That's what part of class is. And then the other part of this is when we actually close our eyes, and we're streaming with lots of separate groups right now. When we actually close our eyes and get rid of, for a moment, not out of our entire lives, but drop the differences in our faiths, drop the differences in our cultures, drop the differences in who we're going to vote for, you know, wherever you're at in the world. Drop the differences of color. When we close our eyes and we're like, okay, guys, there's a bunch of us streaming around the world right now, and we're just going to take a minute to have a breath. This is where we all really start to understand the real nature of what it's like to be human on this planet. Like, we are a single species We have sextiles or sextilizations, these things that make us a little bit different. But come on. So I want to teach you hand movements today. But to do so, we're going to first close our eyes. So just, if you haven't done this before, just bear with me. First thing that we're going to do is get into that comfortable position. And if you find yourself, you need to like twist out a little bit, roll your neck. Hopefully you're sitting somewhere. Put your phone down. You don't have to be watching the whole time. Maybe you're on your desktop, laptop. Just close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to consider that there's a lot more people than just you and me, which are around the world taking this breath at the same time. First thing we're going to do is exhale all the way out, and then inhale. Bringing that all the way to the top and holding. And exhaling. And one more like that, but much deeper, much cleaner, with more intent to just fill in that life of your body. And as you keep your eyes closed, I want you to consider that in this moment, no matter where in the world you're at, there are other people doing the same thing, sharing the same moment with you. This is the power of whether it be group prayer, group meditation, group intentions. And out. One more time as a group. And I want you to take your hands and place them on your knees, your legs, your lap, however you're setting, face down. And take that same breath. Filling the lungs completely full and just filling your body. Where is the oxygen? Where do you feel that breath? And out. And this time as you breathe in, really pay attention to your own body. Feel that breath and do it on your own pace. You're going to take the next 3 deep breaths on your own pace, just feeling it. And just taking a moment now to feel your own body. Maybe it's a light vibration sensation. Maybe it's an ache or pain, thought, but just feel it for a moment. All right, now keeping your eyes closed, take your hands and just kind of wiggle them out a little bit. Shaking it out. Taking a breath without doing anything else, but shaking them out. Okay, now I want you to put your hands in the same place, but palms up. Exhaling, breathing in fully. All the way to the top, more full. Holding at the top. And exhale. And again, breathing from the diaphragm, in through your stomach first, up through your lungs, fill the chest completely full. And for the next 3 breaths, just keeping that same pace on your own, feeling your own body. And taking a moment again to just feel, what is it that I'm feeling right now? Same vibration as before, different. Same thoughts, different. Same pains, different. Now I'd like you to consider, was there a difference between how you felt with your hands down versus palms up? And if you want to take a minute and just practice the difference between the two to see if you can realize what's going on in your body. Now, some of you that are sensitive to the energy flow in your body, you've spent a lot of time cultivating this opportunity, this power, this knowledge. Move your hands up. Take a breath. Palms up. And now palms down, take a breath. So our body, the physiology of our body is so hardwired that when you, to act in certain ways, when you put your palms down, thanks, Danny. When you put your palms down, your lungs center and they only breathe from the center. So the center of your lungs, the center space, while your hands are down. And while they're up, it tells your body to automatically allow yourself to breathe from the fullness, the top of your chest. So you might find the next time that you're in a stressful scenario, a stressful environment, and your hands are on your knees, and you're worried about something or whatever that is, taking a deep breath and moving the palms up frees and opens the lungs. So give that a try again. A lot of really cool things that happen inside your body. And there's a lot of energetic principles too, but there's also physiology included in this. And you might go throughout your day practicing more. Can I hold my hands up if I feel like I need more breath? So the purpose of meditation isn't necessarily, or contemplation, mindfulness practices, isn't necessarily to just feel in this moment. And for those of you that still have your eyes closed, you can open them. It's not necessarily to just feel in bliss, like being blissed out by something. It's not so that only a couple minutes a day you feel better. The purpose of meditation is to train your mind, your heart, your soul like a muscle that says, hey, a few minutes a day I'm going to exercise. I'm going to practice understanding my own body. I'm going to practice my own physiology. And if I can hold my center, that little spot right here in the beginning of your forehead, if you can hold that for a couple of minutes throughout the rest of the day, it's like, it's the difference of being everybody's emotions dragging you down and holding you backwards, and being able to just slice through everything, like just easily cut through all it is, imagining that somebody comes at you in a very aggressive manner. An untrained, or somebody who doesn't spend time, practicing this themselves on a daily basis, an untrained, somebody comes at you and you immediately think, this is about me. This person is angry at me. I need to respond in like kind. This is just how our bodies were designed. But in turn, when you're more present, you know that it's never about you. That person is just having a bad day or a bad scenario or a bad week or a bad month, or their parents are sick or their child is sick, and they're reacting with less emotional intelligence than we would normally want. So when we do this, for us, we respond with an emotional intelligence. So now knowing that this is our practice and this is our purpose, I'd love it for a few minutes if we just dropped into a straight meditation. It could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 10. It's whatever you would choose to do. And if you're complete with your lessons of your hand motions and hand mudras as well, but let's just all take a few breaths, hands up, palms up on your lap, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in again. Exhaling when you're ready. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling whenever you're ready. We're going to drop into a couple minutes of just a personal practice, knowing that anyone else that's on from around the world is also dropping in at the same time into a group practice. Taking the palms up, filling those lungs completely full, taking that spot, your eyes, into that little spot in between your forehead, your eyebrows. And let's just breathe. Be taking your eyes, tipping your forehead up just a little bit, putting a light smile on your face, continuing on with your practice. Big exhale as a group, and inhale. Before we close out today, just taking the practice with you, the practice of sharing appreciation with others. Sharing appreciation to all those that were on with us today. Sharing appreciation with all of those that are in your life. For all the technologies that allow us to communicate across the globe in so many different ways. Just taking a minute, pulling that up into the heart, if that's where you are able to most easily create that feeling of gratitude. Just thinking about others. You might not know them, you might not see them, but just taking that into that unlimited power of your imagination, that appreciation, and just sending it to the techs, those people that built these platforms, the software services, the camera people, yourself included for being in this, the others that are around the world that are on the same, at this exact same moment, and they're going to see this later. And appreciating, knowing that for every moment that we feel better, for every moment that we feel more centered, we impact dozens and dozens of people around us in our own field. Those people that are our families, our coworkers, our communities. And when we feel better, when we feel more centered, they feel more centered. They say, I don't know what it's about, but when I'm around you, I just feel better. And you know, that goes out to another generation who they're impacted or who they impact. All because you chose to invest a couple of minutes here with us and invest in your own self, in your own emotional IQ to impact those around the world. Just appreciating that for a moment, appreciating that ability, that love, that drive, and that this is how we impact. It doesn't have to be so loud with our voices. It can be with the stillness. So I appreciate you for being on today. Taking a moment now to receive all that you sent out, of all the people that just sent that same thing back out to you, and just receiving. Thank you for being on. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, feel free to chime in, type them out. I'll hit back on other social medias later. If it's currently while we're live, everything's being pumped into one system so that we can all communicate and all rise. Like, how epic is this? My beautiful friends, thank you for being on today. Thank you for making the world a little more bright because of the investment that you made this morning in yourself and in our communities. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon.